Mobile games have become an important tool for learning, especially in pandemic context when education goes completely remote and digital. In this scenario, using portable devices like smartphones or tablets is the most popular choice. However, the design of mobile game-based learning solutions is challenging. So new approaches are needed for higher motivation, enjoyment, and immersion of students. A promising approach among them is the use of empathic design thinking. My name is Raluca Maxim, and I'm the presenter on behalf of my co-author Joan Arnedo-Moreno for the paper called Assessing the Usefulness of Empathic Design in Mobile Game-Based Learning. This paper has studied the usefulness of empathic design by applying assessment techniques like context mapping and activity system modeling to understand how empathic design would focus um, on the usability and effectiveness of mobile game-based learning solutions for lecturers and learners. The exploratory research of how empathic design principles can be applied for the development of efficient mobile game-based learning solutions is an important phase by discovering if lecturers have positive attitudes towards such instruments and positive perceptions of their active implications in the design and creation of those mobile game-based learning instruments. In terms of methodology, the context mapping was conducted through a questionnaire newly created and the empathy map-based interview protocol. The goal of those two instruments was to assess the attitude and perceptions on mobile game-based learning solutions and empathic design principles. The participants were recruited across 5 levels of education in different countries. The demographics of the participants are related to the gender, namely 13 males and 20 females were recruited, and those participants are lecturers. In terms of findings, the overall perception and attitude towards empathic design principles and mobile game-based learning instruments for building them were positive. Mobile game-based learning will bring efficiency and innovation by being content-wise and by stimulating the thinking of students as per coded answers of lecturers. It seems that 90% of lecturers consider the mobile game solution suitable for teaching and learning. 82% of lecturers consider those solutions as a good teaching learning tool. 76% of lecturers seem that have a high openness uh, in their personalities to be co-creators of those mobile game-based learning instruments. 92% of lecturers believe that students would be more motivated to learn through those mobile instruments for education. 88% of lecturers think positively that empathic design principles would create great mobile game-based learning solutions if both lecturers and learners would be involved in the design process of such instruments. The findings show that there are some factors that would motivate students to play mobile game-based learning uh, solutions, and those factors would be challenge, competition, pleasure, cooperation, excitement, release tension of traditional learning, and the last one, relaxation. The most important skills that students would achieve with those mobile game-based learning tools um, are problem solving, creativity and collaboration, critical thinking, analyzing and reflection, management, and leading skills. Those are presented in descendant order of importance in this slide. The in-depth interviews based on empathy map-based protocol underline the fact that participants, namely lecturers, think that empathic design principles would stimulate designers um, and developers to empathize with the lecturer and students' needs. Um, Lecturers feel confident that they can bring good ideas and suggestions if they would be invited uh, by those teams that develop such instructional instruments. They say that they would try to propose ideas for frameworks of mobile game-based learning um, instruments that can be filled in with high quality content specific to their subject of teaching, and additionally to bring and to add gameplay processes of assessment of students with rewards, badges, and certificates. Given the quantitative and qualitative results from the previous sections, a possible preliminary mobile game-based learning solution outcome could be projected based on empathic design principles and the context mapping. Um, this diagram is a newly designed mobile game-based learning modeling concept with empathic design in activity system. The diagram describes the gameplay as a learning activity, not only for simple fun of engagement. The elements like subject, object, tools, outcome, rules of the activity system under the principles of empathic design underlines the complex design approach by engaging more actors for innovative mobile game-based learning transformation. The lecturer and learners represent the player of the activity system of empathic design, who engages in the practice of designing the educational mobile game and playing it for learning. In conclusions, this paper suggests that empathic design would create value in mobile game-based learning solutions by enhancing, upgrading, and supporting learners to make sense of their learning experience, which infers that the mobile educational game designers need to have a deep understanding of users. Further work will include the approach to deepen more the understanding of why mobile game-based learning solutions are effective and how which is to state when, with whom, and under what conditions those mobile game-based learning instruments can be designed and developed with empathic design principles approach. Thank you for your attention and precious time.